Hello everyone, and now welcome to game number 3 in this best of 3 series. Gonna go ahead and speed things up to the 2-minute mark already. We see Lucifer spawning as the gray undead on the top left hand side of the map. Meanwhile, eMaLfans spawning as the blue human. Human versus undead here on Echo Isle, and this game generally does favor human players as they are able to really clear out this creep camp relatively quickly. Death Knight already making a mad rad dash across the map. Footman will not be able to get in front of him. As you can see, Tome of Intelligence and a rather conservative effort coming in from eMaLfans. I would have thought that he was going to try and militia clear out this creep camp down over here, and we do not see that. Meanwhile, back off to the north, the Death Knight's going to come across here and be like, wait a second, did I just waste a whole bunch of time trying to figure out what my opponent was going to do? And really the Death Knight is on this side of the map with really nothing to show for it. All right, peasants, a lot of gold or a lot of lumber has been harvested, and it looks like we are now going to be heading off to this mercenary camp. Gonna go ahead and go take down this Kobold Geomancer first. Renegade Wizard purges the water elemental, and that's gonna be a huge loss already. All right, Abolish Magic taking down one of the skeletal minions. Bold or Kobold Hunter getting a bash there. There's a Death Coil steal. Archmage not getting all the experience that he really needs right now, as we are looking at a finish off down over here. All right, level 2 on the Archmage. Kobold Geomancer, Renegade Wizard, Death Knight may be coming over. There's an Abolish Magic as well, as the Death Knight is going to be going straight after that Troll Shadow Priest. All right, let's take a look. This one footman going to get taken down. There it goes. There's a little bit of healing. Death Knight wants to finish off this Renegade Wizard, and we are going to be looking at a fight about quite some time. Renegade Wizard, oh, where's the Death Coil? There it is. Item was picked up. Death Knight now sitting at level 1, just a little bit closer to level 2, as we're now going into a Troll Berserker. All right, this fight over here at the mercenary camp is pretty much going to determine much of the outcome here. Death Coil there. Peasant down to 12 hit points and somehow survives. All right, Troll Shadow Priest, maybe we'll get a little bit of healing on this peasant down over here. Death Knight now maybe coming in from the north, perhaps looking to get a Death Coil on another unit. No more skeletons for the Death Knight to use, as this one skeletal or this one peasant, is going to end up falling right there. Taken down. Death Knight now almost at level 2. We see a couple of snares go off. Just a follow-up play right there. Ring of Protection +2 also being picked up, as eMaLfans is going to be using this particular using all of these peasants to try and follow up once again. Death Knight now getting the Death Coil long distance steal right there, as another peasant bites the dust. All right, Water Elemental down to 85 hit points, down to 64. May end up getting taken down. No, as the Death Knight somehow in all that exchange was able to get to level 2, has Unholy Aura, and is now looking fairly confident with himself. Normally the Archmage could be at level 3 already, but instead just sitting at level 2 after all of those steals. Water Elemental taking a little bit of damage right there, and snare onto it means that he won't get attacked, save for a Death Knight that comes running around the corner. Archmage is going to get to level 3 right here, right now, picking up a Tome of Knowledge. Perhaps was hoping for a Tome of Experience, but getting a little bit extra stats is always helpful as well. Breath of Fire coming in off of the Panda already, as the Troll Shadow Priest does come across. Let's take a look at this. Footmen are running for the hills. Panda may be able to get a Breath of Fire off and take down no, there goes one peasant there, as we are looking at the Crypt Fiends with that additional movement speed really benefiting or lucking out there. The Footman now trying to turn around the corner. Death Knight now coming back the other way, as the Footman now heading back home. Crypt Fiends getting in some attacks right there. Double Troll Shadow Priest, is it going to be enough? That is the question there, as we're now looking at the Death Knight taking far too much damage. The Death Knight and the Panda are the two units that you actually really want to go for, as the remaining units should end up just getting Death Coiled to get healed. All right, short of having an Obsidian statue at tier 2, which should be coming underway shortly, there is going to be no real way to heal that Death Knight or that Panda, and that is going to hurt a little bit. That damage on that Panda not recoverable nearly as quickly, so the creeping is going to be a little bit slower. All right, Archmage has a Staff of Teleportation, has Boots of Speed. Where is he going next? I'm not sure. We are at Town Hall, getting up a Lumber Mill as well. We are going into a Scout Tower and Arcane Tower with Arcane Vault, as it looks like both sides are willing to do a little bit more creeping once more. All right, there is that slaughterhouse that I mentioned. Black Citadel about halfway done. It is going to be the economic game coming in from eMaLfan against the tech game coming in from Lucifer. All right, larger army, it is a possibility here, but both sides should be sitting on relatively small armies, as this is a relatively, well, small army or small map to play on. Death Knight now quickly coming over here. We can see, wow, no real damage onto any of those units, as the Archmage now is trying to pull back away here. Death Coil, Footmen are now just running inside this base here. Water Elemental finally taking a little bit of damage. Is that Acolyte going to get taken down? Acolyte running around the corner. Beautiful Death Coil coming in from Lucifer, but now Lucifer is now stuck between a tree and a hard place right there, and this is just not looking good for him. All right, losing one Acolyte off of the gold mine as it is trying. You can see that ghouls are now making its way over. Death Knight nowhere nearby. No Death Coil coming in this time around. There it goes as the Footman does fend off. Oh, Footman does get a defend kill there, as it may try to take down another unit here. Death Knight now down to, what, 60, 70 mana. Won't be able to get off any more additional heals, but it looks like Lucifer was able to save that Crypt Fiend. Archmage sitting at level 3. Are we getting to tier 2? Yes, we are. No additional heroes, obviously, until we are at tier 2. All right, Clarity Potion and Scroll of Regeneration already being used. Troll Shadow Priest. Oh, Staff of Teleportation. Where is it going to go? Not 100% sure. There it goes. Off over here. Footman now really should be running back. He does not have enough hit points to really do anything at all, and he should be running back here in just a moment. Meanwhile, there is a slow. All right, Water Elemental being dropped. Tomb of Relics, and that was a huge mistake by eMaLfan. He did not have the hit points. He did not have the mana. He really just blindly went into his opponent's base, not realizing how close he was. And there it goes. Death Knight now getting close to level 3. Panda sitting at level 2, as the units are now in a bit of retreating. All right, let's take a look at this. Tech to tier 2 nearly done. eMaLfan is going to be using many guard towers to try and protect his base. Meanwhile, let's take a look at this. Supply count 42 over 48, just building up a very large amount of gold in the bank, perhaps for some items, or perhaps to get a little bit more tech here. Archmage picks up some items, nice items there. Replenishment Potion going to be useful. Clarity Potion being used, and selling the Replenishment Potion, since hey, I'm already having a fair amount there. Let's go ahead and finish off the Forest Troll Berserker, and now make our way back over to these guard towers here. You can see tower, and level, well, nope, improved lumber harvesting now coming underway. Archmage is nearby. Death Knight. Archmage didn't pick up any of the real items here, and we're going to take a look here. The Archmage is just going to be sitting right here hoping to pick up the item. I don't think the Death Knight is really expecting anything right here, as the Archmage is going to pick up, oh no, doesn't pick up the item. What was going on there? Why even bother to be shadow melded unless you do pick up the item, and then just make your opponent be confused? Potion of Invisibility. All right, let's take a look. Acolyte is right here. Let's take a look. Lich is off also over here as well. Perhaps an Archmage is going to be dropping some Water Elementals to prevent this Haunted Gold Mine from coming into play. Ziggurat is also down as well. Let's take a look at what's happening. No, there is another Ziggurat there, and I really don't know what to expect. What eMaLfan is doing, as off to the north, Mountain King getting a little bit of experience as well. All right, coming back down over here, Archmage still hiding in plain sight here. Invisibility not yet breaking, and the Archmage is just calmly and peacefully just sitting down over here, not really doing much of anything. All right, let's take a look. Archmage now running all the way back. If that Gloves of Haste steal would have happened, perhaps that would have been a big difference, but we do not see that right now, as the Death Knight now pulling back with those units. All right, Archmage running around the corner here. Death Knight is going to be going after that Ogre Magi. Yes, Ogre Magi is right. They're going to be trying to take him down. Frost Nova there. This is perhaps one of the easiest items to get on the map. Scroll of the Beast was hoping really for a Potion of Lesser Invulnerability or a Potion of Greater Healing. Meanwhile, Mountain King down over here, sitting at level 2, going to be cleaning up the rest of this creep camp. Archmage, where did he go? Don't see him anywhere. Archmage now down over here and really just wasting that Potion of Invisibility, and really didn't get anything for it. All right, picking up another item, or another tome there. Mountain King sitting at 270 mana. Perhaps we're going to head off to the north to try and clear things up at this marketplace. finally feeling confident enough to go here. There is going to be some creeps ready to go. You can see Ogre Warrior down over here. Mountain King is not going to be at level 3. Potion of Boots of Speed now onto that Mountain King, as the Mountain King really wants to get to level 3. Level 3 Mountain King does mean level 2 Stormbolt, which could spell some problems. Meanwhile, back down over here, Gargantuan Sea Turtle is going to get cleaned up. Gargantuan Sea Turtle taking a bit of damage. Level 3 now on that Panda. Lich sitting at level 2. Claws of Attack +9 with the Orb of Corruption and that Gloves of Haste is going to make that Lich a rather dangerous range unit. Plus 14 damage, essentially a 50% bonus damage. Add on the fact that it has that -5 armor bonus as well. Ooh, Sacrificial Pit. He needs to get away from there. He knows that a Shade is going to be coming in just a moment. And if a Shade spots an invisible Archmage by himself, it will soon be a dead Archmage. Level 2 weapons upgrades coming in. We are going into Griffin Aviaries as well. We are sitting on 1,500 gold. Meanwhile, back over here, Lucifer is getting up to 60 or 57 over 80, so this is a big surprise. eMaLfans has a bigger bank, and I believe he is going to be using... Wait, Animal War Training could be ready here. We could be... Yeah, Animal War Training is getting researched, so that is going to be a very big deal. Dragonhawk Riders and Griffins off of 3 Griffin Aviaries should be enough to shut down the opponent. Meanwhile, Archmage is back over here trying to cause some problems. Did drop some water elementals, is just hurting the overall economy. There goes a water elemental down over there, as the Mountain King should be able to get to, or should be able to stay here. Oh wait, no, Footman gets taken out there. Little bit of micro mismanagement perhaps, but needed. Perhaps wanted to get the additional supply for an extra, Dragonhawk Rider. All right, level 2 weapons upgrade. We're sitting on 1,700 gold. No level 3 weapons upgrade that I can see. Paladin, the tri-hero, coming in here, as whoever is able to harvest more gold is usually the winner on Echo Isle. Now we can see that 60 over 90. The gold discrepancy is about 14 a second compared to 20 a second right now. And, well, more gold in the bank versus... more gold in the bank versus a larger army. Now, we know that we can get a very large army coming in from eMaLfans in just a moment. Animal War Training is done. I do not see weapons, or excuse me, armor training coming in. Nope, I take it back. Armor training now coming in as well. But that is for iron plating, so that is going to be for the Spellbreakers and not those Dragonhawk Riders. Curious and curiouser as the Paladin now making its way back down. All right, Dragonhawk Rider. Oh, purposely casting a very, very nice use of Cloud right there. However, it does need to get away. Do we have Web? Ooh, Staff of Sanctuary, using it just before the Crypt Fiends could even get anything down. Mountain King throws off a Stormbolt as well, as the Mountain King and Archmage will be heading back. All right, let's take a look at this Dragonhawk Rider, pretty much already back up and safe. Meanwhile, we are getting in the Griffins. We are going into a 60 over 96 supply. We are more lumber limited than anything else, as we see a 66 over 100. Can the units make their way out quickly enough? That is the question. 60 over 96 supply. The Panda is down off over here. You can see the Obsidian statues. Breath of Fire hitting all over those units. Is that going to give a level? Units are now trying to run back off to the north here. You can see the Griffin Aviaries could be in a little bit of trouble here, as they are going to be taking a little bit of damage, but it is by hero damage and also by piercing, so really not that concerned as of yet. Meanwhile, back over here, catching a unit in transit, and Lucifer losing a unit there. So all of a sudden, 71 over 96 compared to 69 over 100. You can take a look. The Griffins are looking to back off there. There's another Breath of Fire. Spellbreakers may try to join in on this fight here, but all Lucifer is doing is pounding sand, essentially, doing a lot to do very, very little to be on the other side of the map. All right, Scroll of Town Portal coming back the other way. Staff of Sanctuary saving that Mountain King. Water Elemental most likely will get taken down off over here. Paladin, no Staff of Sanctuary on him just quite yet, as, yeah, the Scroll of Town Portal used and pretty much burned right there. All right, 71 over 96 compared to 74 over 100. Banks, 100 versus 1,300. Staff of Teleportation in order to get away, and will be able to teleport all the way back down over here. Griffins ready to go. 3-0 upgrades. Spellbreakers. Wait, why are you taking down your own? Oh wait, why'd you take that down? All right, not quite sure why he took that down. Perhaps wanted to buy an item or sell an item. Not quite sure what was going on there. Let's take a look. Paladin now picking up some ivory towers here, and where is he? What is he exactly is he doing? All right, we can take a look. Dragonhawk Riders 3-0 upgrades. Everyone is going to be ready to go. There's a shade still wandering around, and as long as he constantly avoids. Oh wait, we are now into high upkeep. High upkeep compared to low upkeep, so the gold mining difference is now 8 compared to 14 a second. But the size in the army is absolutely huge as more griffins are still being added. eMaLfan may just be looking to get up to 100 supply, maxing out like in StarCraft 2, and then just finishing the job. There is the militia adding in a little bit of extra damage. Remember, they are 3-1 upgraded as well, 15 to 19 damage, and that is going to add up very, very quickly. All right, Mountain King is here, ready to go. All right, destroyers are here, ready to go. Let's go in for the fight, and there you have it. Web, Griffins now coming in. There goes some units. Militia now coming in over as well. Arriving to the party a little bit late as the militia, but hey, still very, very important to come in here. Mountain King may be able to get off a Stormbolt. No, there's a Stormbolt now onto a poor Griffin. Griffin now getting taken down. The militia already out of that form as we now see a handful of, well, a handful of clouds already being cast. All right, Mountain King getting off a Stormbolt onto the Panda, dropping in a Scout Tower as well to add in a little bit of extra damage. Mountain King very, very low on mana now, but the Ivory Towers are currently being upgraded. Death Coil onto the Lich. Lich stays alive as the Dragonhawk Rider, gets webbed down. There goes a web down unit as well. Everyone losing units very, very quickly. What is going on here? The Dragonhawk Riders trying to finish off Destroyer. Destroyer does end up staying alive, but there are still a level 4 Death Knight falling, but there's nothing to really deal with these Destroyers. All of the Dragonhawk Riders have already been finished off, and well, when you don't have any units that can attack. Wait, what's going on? Okay, it looks like a Lich may get taken down there. Oh, Lich, Potion of Invulnerability. Let's try and focus down another unit here. Militia now coming over and finishing off that meat wagon there as the Staff of Sanctuary now being used. All right, Water Elemental is not even able to be very, very effective at all. Orb of Fire would actually be extremely helpful right now, but that is just not happening. Arcane Vault being added in order to get Ivory Towers out onto the field quickly. Let's look at this. 51 over 100 compared to 78 over 100. More Dragonhawk Riders now being added to the other side. Panda being brought over as well as the Water Elemental taking a little bit of damage. All right, Mountain King. Clarity Potion being used. Is he going to get an Orb of Fire? That would absolutely be hilarious. Potion, Stormbolt taking down the Panda. And that, I gotta believe, was the hair that broke the camel's back. That is pretty much irrecoverable, as we are now looking at Dragonhawk Riders trying to finish things up. All right, Destroyers going after Dragonhawk Riders. Dragonhawk Riders just sitting there and taking it because, well, they are the only units that are really fighting back here. Orb of Fire really not getting purchased as I originally thought they would be. But once you take down the Nerubian towers and once you neutralize the towers from play, well, once the towers are gone, then the Destroyers are really the only source of damage that you have to worry about, as the Griffins are just going to town right now. All right, there goes another. There is another cloud being cast. One very, very adventurous Dragonhawk Rider right there. Unit after unit is getting focused down, and there is the GG eMaLfan playing the economic game in order to take game number 3 and the series. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed game number 3 and this best of 3 series between eMaLfan and Lucifer.